amongst the shearers.
Yeah, so we're just about ready to go, John.
Yeah, it looks like we've got the names on the board. We've got some woolies in the pen.
Here we go.
Looks like there could be some woolies in the pen. Can we welcome the shearers up onto the board, please? Down on stand number 6 will be Kelvin Walker, and his teammate Floyd Neal will be on 5. And then we'll have Jack Fagan and Terry Edmonds on 4 and 3. And then we'll have Axel Reid and Ringakaha Paiwai up on the front stand. Oh.
All right, the judges arrive.
I don't know whether the computer boards say Maori Pakeha. I think we've still got our eyes, haven't we? Eh? We've still got our eyes.
I don't know if my pronunciation will be that good, John. I'm a third-generation Southlander, so we're pretty shouted to this side when I was a boy. My children are bilingual, of course, as they are, and they have a good old laugh at my pronunciations of Maori. They're like, no, Dad, no, it's like this. Yeah, so it's all good fun. But anyway, this is talking about fun. This is going to be a little bit of a fun event too, okay?
Yeah, big sponsors here: Wairarapa, Moana, nurturing our tiger. So. It's good to see that they're backing their locals, backing their culture. 8 sheep supplied by Ngā Tahuna. So we'll have a green light. Could we have the shearers on the board just as quick as that? $1,000 up for the winning team. Oh, that's a bit of an incentive, isn't it?
It is. Are we chafing at the bit? We want to start creating a bit of noise and atmosphere. I can feel the buzz starting to arrive, John, and this is going to set it off. This is going to turn the volume up as if to say, come on, boys, you can get round them. Axel Reid, out you jump. She's looking good, John.
Looking good. We have the green light. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maori Pakeha event sponsored by Wairarapa Moana. Timekeepers right. Competitors set, go. And they're into the pen this time. First of the 8. They'll shear individually. Unless one fella gets ahead and he throws one over the top, but I can't see that happen. These guys are good shearers in their own right. And Jack Fagan says, well, I want to smoke this field. Up over the top he comes on stand number 4, looking to lead the way. Down over the top, up over the top comes Axel Reid on stand number 2. Down the far end, Kelvin Walker had a good shear last night. He'll be flying by the time we get to sheep number 6. You can bet your $1 on that. Floyd Neal's a big, powerful lad from up there in the Tamarinui, and he turns for home, but as Fagan comes across the last shoulder, he's set the pace as the ringer high into the long blow here on the front stand. Into the long blow goes Terry Edmonds. Axel Reid to the top of the last side now, but it's going to be Jack Fagan sneaking the sheep out pretty sharply. Down the hole it goes, Gerald. Who's going to be next to line? It's like stand number 6.
Walker goes in and out, he comes, but you hits Jack Fagan, or just having a memory then. I remember seeing this young fella, and he was very, very young, way down in the deep south having a go, and he jumped the grades really quickly, and he's hit the open now, and he's really starting to get established in the open. He's starting to flow really well. Up the neck he goes. Edmonds into the belly wall he goes. Axel Reid, the Maori Pakeha team on the front here. Ringakaha Paiwai is into the belly wall as well. The Maori side of that team, out he goes now. Of course, big camaraderie in the old shearing when it comes to the Maoris and Pakehas. They work alongside each other all day long. Means nothing to them and have a good old laugh, and they work really hard and lose a lot of sweat, blood and tears sometimes in the wool shed. But here they are once again starting to do battle, ladies and gentlemen. But it's Jack Fagan all the way from Te Kuiti. He's the Pakeha in that team. Turai Edmonds turns to the next side and says, Jack, you're on fire, mate. Go for it. As long as you give me half the prize money, I'm all good with it. $500, mate. We'll go and do something with that at the after party tonight, John.
Yeah, just thinking you're calling it Turi Evans is Turuhuia is his proper name, and his grandfather will be thinking that's a good one. Get a hold of that right handle and put it on the lad. He's very proud of his heritage, and he steps into the pen now. Sheep number 3 onto the board for Axel Reid as well. Ringakaha Way, out he comes. Had a good share in the multi-breeds event earlier today, but turning for home, it might be Kelvin Walker down the far end, starting to wind into it on stand number 6. Jack Fagan under the shoulder and down and out to the flank, but I think it might be our man on the far end. Stand number 6 leading the way. Kelvin Walker bounces that one down the hole. Jack Fagan 2 shots behind him. Floyd Neal next in line down on stand number 5. Look at his shoulders on this powerful young lad from up the middle of the country. Ooh, down the hole for that one. Still pretty much blow for blow here on Axel Reid and Turdy Edmonds coming across the shoulder, the money side of the sheep. Ringakaha Paiawai got a little bit behind on this one. He's puffing a little bit, and the stadium's starting to warm up now as he turns onto the last side, but he's a half a sheep off the paces. Kelvin Walker goes down into the long blow. He is smoking, this young fella. Look at him go, working hard, turning onto the last side now. Jack Fagan, he's got away from him. Jack Fagan's into the long blow. This one's not quite rolling for Jack as he turns for home, pulls it in hard against the left leg. In goes Paiawai on the front stand for a sheep number 4. Halfway through the job, though, it's Kelvin Walker, and he's out the last leg and in for number 5.
Wow, he's a super shearer, John. I have hardly seen anything of this man down in the deep south. But by jolly, he's a young-looking fella have a physical look at him, but he can really mow round these sheep. Ballywall gone for him. Jack Fagan on his heels. Floyd Neal on his heels as well. Into the belly wall they go. Jack says, sit still, young darling. I want to get some feathers off you. There's a bit of money at stake and a whole lot of fun. We're going to talk about this later. The job's going to have to be right on the front stands. They're getting left behind at the moment. Ringakaha Pawai. That's the man on the front here. He was another one that used to be always called Ringapawai, and his grandfather said, hey, your real name is Ringakaha. You get that under the bright lights of the Golden Shears. That's how it's going to roll. So the pressure's coming on to make sure their birth name's put up there nowadays. No slang here. Axel Reid, nothing to do with slang. He's into the belly wall, really bouncing that body as he does. Used up a lot of energy, but everyone has different styles of getting them shorn. And the Walker man down in the bottom, his is nice and swift and quick there, John, as he dives in for another one with a handpiece change.
He likes that fresh steel on. He steps into the pen. He throws that catching pen door right open. Oh, it's jammed up in the porthole of stand number 5. We'll have to look at that one as we drop into the first undermined shots now down the off leg. A little bit more tension for Walker. Floyd Neal's chasing his case. Jack Fagan steps into the pen on stand number 4. Around the last side comes Axel Reid. He hasn't given up on the chase yet. Neither is the Turdy Edmonds coming into the last side. Big shots down the money side of the sheep, and he's right out that last leg from the middle of the back. One over the tail and down the chute it rolls. It's still Walker in front though as he rolls it up, and sheep number 6 half shorn for him. Jack Fagan round the back of the head. Floyd Neal up the long blow on sheep 6, stand 5. 10, the Tamanui lad, pull back Kelvin Walker, over the shoulder and down and out the flank comes Walker. 3 shots back as Floyd Neal. Another 3 back to Jack Fagan. Next in line it'll be Edmonds here on stand 3. Axel Reid up here on 2, and then last to change here is Ringakaha Paiawai. In he goes. Sheep number 5. Walker out with another one. He got away from Floyd Neal on that last side. Floyd says, righto, mate, you've got the new steel on. I would better go that way myself. 13 fresh teeth going to tear this wool off the belly of the sheep. Down with 3 shots as Walker comes up over the top, so there's 7 or 8 blows between them at the moment. Fagan's right there as well as we come down the last side. Still one in the box for those 3 guys on the far end.
Oh, yeah, and Calvin Walker, they're on his tail right. Let's see the mental strength of this young fella now as they start applying a bit of pressure. It's only one place to go when you're on the top, and that is down. But can he hold on to it, the Walker man, representing the Pakeha on this group down the bottom there. It's looking good for them at the moment. Floyd Neal right with him. He doesn't want to panic him too much, but I tell you who wants to panic him, and that's Jack Fagan. On to the long blow he goes, turns to the cheek wall now. brushes it clear, but hey, I'm telling you, the whole body's been there, done that. Walker dives in for his last and final one. It's a big beauty. Can Jack come at him from there? Not looking like it. He's toiling down on the last side, the money side, but the belly's gone into the first hind leg. Goes the Walker man. Up the back, 1, 2, up the back he goes. Top knot, the sun hat's gone. Floyd Neal there guides out the first hind leg and puts in 1.5 big shots down that first leg. Took a couple little shortcuts. He thought, I've done enough. I'm hoping from here up the neck he clears that into the base of the ear, but onto the long blow goes Walker again. Axel Reed starting to get a bit of the old bounce going now, ladies and gentlemen. He's giving it everything he possibly can. He dives in for his last one. Ringakaha Paiwai, he's got half one to go and he'll be in for his last one. But get ready, talking about the last few strokes to be done, to clap your hands for the Pakeha boy, Mr. Walker, down on stand 6.
Finally, somebody recognised he was going to win. Hey, at least in the speed stakes, as the Kelvin Walker finishing touches. Floyd Neal's going to be next to hit the red button and stop the clock. Jack Fagan's about 3 shots back as Paiwai goes here in the front stand. Into the long blow goes Axel Reed and Turi Edmonds as they have secured their last sheep onto the board. Jack Fagan puts his down the porthole. Up the long blow now comes Axel Reed, chasing hard on Turi Edmonds as he comes over the shoulder on the last side. Pretty much Blowfish stands 2 and 3. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Turi Edmonds coming out the last leg. Axel Reed coming at him, and here the Pakeha on stand 2, but it's Turi Edmonds comes to the fore just with a couple of quick shots over that last leg, and Ringakaha Paiwai turns onto the money side now. What do we got? About 15 or 16 shots off the top. Rolls it off, keeping it sweet. Done well to get here to the Golden Shears, and he's had a good shear so far, and he'd be hoping to go a little bit further. Is he good enough to get the big money here? $1,000 for his team. Who knows? It's all up to the judges, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for the Wairarapa Moana Pakeha Maori event.
Righty, I'll do an interview. It's going to be an instant prize giving. Ringakaha. We'll talk to you. Ringakaha. Here, buddy, here. Did you enjoy that, mate?
Apart from coming off last, yeah.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't panic too much, because I'll tell you what, the pace was hot. Look, I'm sweating and I was only talking about it.
Yeah, well, usually it's the Maori boys that are hot, but it seems like it was the other way around.
They were too. Well done. Oh, who we got? Mr. Walker, man, you were smoking it. I haven't seen you down in the deep south. I'm from down in Invercargill. Have you been down there much doing some shows? Just hang around, boys. Instant prize giving.
Nah, I haven't done any shows down there. No.
Look, we'd love to have you down. There's a whole row of shows down there. You're more than welcome to come and have a look. We've got a big weekend down in the big deep south where we have, speed shears and a couple of shows in a row. New Zealand titles up for grabs. So, yeah, love to see you down there.
Yeah, I'll have to venture down there at some stage.
Good man. You're shearing well. Good luck, you guys. All the very, very best.
We have an instant prize giving for this event. This is the Wairarapa Moana Māori Pakeha Teams event. To present the award, we have the Trust Chairman for Wairarapa Moana, Deborah Davidson.
Thanks, Karen. Eti iwi, piki aki ki ngā maunga tapu ko puki amo amo me puki ahurangi. Titiro whakarawa aku kamo ki te raparapa wai o Wairarapa. Kia tapu hoki tātou no te Moana tapu ko Wairarapa. He mihi nui, he mihi mahana, he mihi aroha tēnei ki ngā ure o ngā tipuna o Wairarapa Moana. Kia ora tātou katoa. To the Golden Shears Committee, the executive committee and all the volunteers, ngā mana whenua o Wairarapa, tēnā koutou, kia ora koutou. Wairarapa Moana is very much a part of the New Zealand agriculture industry, particularly in the areas of forestry and dairy, and with many of our whānau working in different aspects of the shearing industry. Therefore, it's always a privilege for Wairarapa Moana to sponsor the Maori Pakeha event. To the many athletes that have competed over the last few days, this afternoon and tonight, and particularly these guys, thanks for a thrilling event. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, mauri ora.
Thank you, Deborah. Now, just while we await the points to come down, you've just recently been elected to the Masterton District Council as well. Now, you must be delighted to be here and see everybody coming and travelling to Masterton to see this great event.
Oh, absolutely. And let's hope the event stays in Masterton. Good place to host.
It's not going anywhere. So here come the points. First place in the Wairarapa Moana Māori Pakeha Teams event receives $1,000. First place had points of 73.3. Second place, 75.1. Third place, 78.6. The winner of the Māori Pakeha Teams event, Turi Edwards and Jack Fagan. Now, Jack, I understand you've been nominated as the speaker once again. This is a pretty historic event here at the Golden Shears, so it must be good to get your name next to Turi's on here.
Yeah, it's good. Me and Turi have been working together for a few years, so it's nice to bring this one back to the King Country and Raetihi area. And special thanks to Wairarapa Moana for supporting this event, and to Golden Shears for putting it on again, and too much to all the boys for shearing. And good luck to all the finalists later on tonight. It's going to be a hell of a good one. Cheers.
Second place, Ringakaha Paiwai and Axel Reid. And third place, Floyd Neal and Kelvin Walker. Just while we complete this presentation and get the photos, if I could please have Peter Little, Maury Gibbs and Lorraine Harding to the announcer's desk, please. So that concludes this presentation. I'll hand you back now to John and the team to introduce you to the next event.
Thank you, Kieran. Could we have those senior shearing finalists down here?